Hi, this is Sherry. Okay, so we are in Sedona. You are in my sacred cave. This is where we are, and I'm taking you to the top of, we're up around Thunder Mountain. We had our first totem. Actually, I had one earlier today, but the totem that we got up on the way up here was nothing short of magic. Considering especially my name change, talking about elation and going back to the forest where I belonged. And this creature is definitely magical from the forest. It was a deer, and it was a buck, and he was magic, and he was beautiful. He stopped. I was climbing up, and I have to tell you, everything happens as it's meant to happen when it's meant to happen, because I was supposed to be up here much earlier today, and we went out with friends, and it was an amazing day, and we went to a healing session. And then afterwards, everyone came back to my friend Kieran's, and they did an adjustment for me, and then I did readings for everybody, and we all worked on one another and did some healing work. But it was getting late, and I thought, I've got to get going. I've got to get up to Sedona, or to the top of and do my reading. Here, I'm going to let you guys look around because my glasses are all smeared and I can't see anything. So as I was coming up, I was thinking, man, I really don't want to come up in the dark. You know, it's not that I don't know. I just felt like strange energy. You know, it's lightning, thunder. I'm not afraid of that, but I don't know. I just didn't want to come, and then I thought, no, I meant to go by myself. You know, I meant to come. Here comes the rain. So as I'm climbing up the hill, oh my gosh, Raven, magic and miracles, and he just flew up the wall. I hope that you guys can see him. He's going to come by us, I think. But the reason I exclaimed is how they come. They come and they shoot straight up the wall out of nowhere. So magic and miracles is about us. That's what Raven. But anyway, before I go on to the totem about the deer, I tripped over something, and I got my first message. War wound. And I heard myself, wounded warrior. You know, we're all wounded warriors. And it comes up again and with this animal totem that we just got. And the words that I heard was, you know, walk gently on your path, Sherry. Walk gently on your path. And also don't put your foot down until you know you're on solid ground. So then I'm thinking about this as I'm walking up, you know, climbing up. I came from over there. So I came up this way and then scaled up this way and around. And I went up to my other sacred space to find that the heart that I left was still there waiting for me, which it goes along with the messages today, and it tells me that even though it's been out of my sight, my heart still remains. It's there, it's unbroken, it's mine, and I'm taking it home with me. I claim it, it's mine. So that was the amazing message for that. But as I got to about midway here, I heard loud noise, and I thought, great, is that homeless guy? Because there's a guy that lives up in a cave up there. That's kind of why I was a little nervous about coming up here, was because I didn't want to run into this person, which I haven't met yet, and I don't know that he's a bad guy, but, you know, coming up in the dark, didn't think it was a great idea. So I get to about there, and I stop, and I look up, and there's a buck, and he's beautiful. He's just standing, and he looked at me, and he was nervous. He was shy of me, and we looked at each other, and I put my bag down really, really quietly, and he just stood there and watched me. And I put my bag down, and I said, hello, beauty. You're such a beauty. And he waited, and I took his picture, and I videotaped him as I was talking to him. And then he looked at me, and he started to kind of walk away slowly. And then he looked back to see if I was going to chase him. And I said, I'm not going to chase you. That was my other message. So I came up to my other sacred space to see if my heart rock was there, and it was. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the reading. So you'll understand. What we're going to do is, oh, I'm sorry, deer totem. I'll let you look around while I talk, while I look at me. So deer totem, the message is walk gently on your path, which is what happened when I fell. It also talks about you may have been just coming out of a difficult time, so that's why you need to put your foot down gently, or you may be going into a time where your footing isn't sure. It also talks about you, it may be a time in your life where you will be able to express your love gently to someone in a compassionate way, and you are not to push the ones that you love into actions or doing things that you wish for them to do, but you're supposed to gently prod them with your acts of love and show of love and support of love. And the deer totem has been showing up in my life quite a bit lately, so that is the message from deer totem. And then we also had another totem before we came up. It was very, very loud. It's been screaming all day, and it's the cicada. And the cicada is a bug, and it sings. And the cicada totem says that your sexual energy is on the rise, and it talks about something being recovered to you that you may have lost, something that you have loved being returned to you, or you may have long lost feelings of happiness and love will be brought back to you. It also talks about not being so, it also talks about that they may have been delayed, or they may be delayed a little bit. And they're saying, don't be so focused on the fact that they're delayed that you forget to live in the now, and you lose your footing, and you got to keep your foot solid on your path, which was my message about keeping your foot solid on your path, right? Make sure your foot's down solid before you put your full weight upon it. So you've got to keep your foot on your path. Even if what you're looking for is coming to you and it's being delayed, they're saying, make sure that you still walk forward on your path. Don't cause it to delay because you're focused so much on, I mean, don't cause your soul's path to be delayed because you're so focused on the delay of what's coming back into your life. What else? I think maybe the other messages will come. I got to back up a little bit because I'm getting wet and I don't want my cards to get wet as we look at them. How can I sit in here? Hold on. I'm going to go back. I also don't want to necessarily fall out of my little hole. Oh, Hummingbird Totem, guys. Hummingbird. Hummingbird talks about accomplishing what might seem impossible. Talks about grabbing the joy in life. So that's about, staying on keeping going on your soul's path. And don't forget about, the beauty in your life and the joy in your life. Well, don't be waiting for what's coming. It's coming back to you. It's coming to you. It's going to be yours. This happiness that's been eluding you, and this love that's been eluding you, it's coming. But grab the joys in life and pay attention to the joys in life. Right now we've got a bunch of swallows above my head, and I'm really, really sorry that I don't know what swallow totem means. So that's another these readings are great for me because they keep me up on all of my animal totems for sure. But hummingbird, so but accomplishing what might seem impossible to you, and also what might seem impossible to others. So if you've got naysayers in your life that have been saying to you that's not going to happen, they're saying, the hummingbird is saying, yes, it is. So alrighty, so back here. So the first message that we're going to get is, hold on, I gotta find it. By the way, we're going to be reading from, the deck is Tony Carmine Salerno, and the deck, where's my book? The Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. He's one of my favorites. I love the way he writes, and I love the messages he has. So basically, the first message that we have is turquoise. And the healing, and it's interesting, my nails, I kept saying that I'm being drawn to turquoise so much lately. And so the turquoise, since you're going to just do nothing but look at a card that looks like turquoise, let's just look around. I'm going to do this. I'm going to focus over that way because maybe you might be able to catch the lightning because it's been lightning like crazy. So turquoise is basically telling you not to be afraid to speak your truth, because there's a situation in your life that might be, that you've been concerned about, and it can easily be resolved by you speaking your truth. And they're saying, contrary to what you believe, by speaking your truth, it has the opposite effect of what you think. You're thinking, oh, I don't want to speak up because I don't want to cause any ruffled feathers. But they're saying it won't hurt anyone or upset anyone by speaking your truth. But actually, by communicating your feelings and what you want clearly with others and openly and honestly, there would actually be a relief for these ones. Because right now, they're a little bit confused as to what's going on. Because they're saying, basically, that something in your life, you might be, it's starting to pour on me. You got to go in. Right on. I've never been in my cave when it rained before. This is so fun. Okay, now this gives me an idea. Hold on. I will remember my thoughts. But this gives me an idea about when I come up to stay in my cave, I'm going to have like a little shielding here because it comes right in.